Greetings, class. I just wanted to give you a short introduction to the Collaborate sessions and how they'll work. This should take only a few minutes. So at the beginning of every Collaborate session, the first 10 minutes or so will be on general discussion and answering any questions that you have about the course, assignments, or anything else that's course related. During the actual sessions, I will randomly call on anyone who's present to answer the questions. So when you see the question up on the slide, don't automatically start responding. I'm going to call on someone, so just wait for me to call on someone. And also be patient while that person types in his or her response. You will be able to use your microphone if you like, but many people prefer the text to chat. During each session, I try to have a break halfway through. If I forget to give the break, be sure to just send me a private text to remind me. During this actual session, call me Ida during the session. It's much faster and easier. Also, if you're answering or responding to another student's question, be sure to put their name in front of or somewhere in the question, so that it's easier to follow and it's easier for especially later people who are listening to the recordings to understand who you're responding to. Now, of course, I expect that each of you should have read the material and be prepared to participate in the actual discussion. I will call on someone, but as we near the end of a discussion of a question or concept or article or something, I will ask if anyone has additional comments, and that's when you can raise your hand and volunteer to respond. I already mentioned you can use video, you can use microphone or text chat. Many students prefer using text chat, but if you want to use video or microphone, just arrive a few minutes early so you can test it out and see whether it works. I usually use a combination of a microphone and text chat. I seldom use video just because I don't know what the bandwidth is where students are accessing, and so sometimes it can be problematic, but I will use a microphone and the text chat. Now, as far as answering questions, again, if I have given you a list of questions in the agenda beforehand, you can always type out your answers and then copy and paste your responses into the chat box when the time comes if I call on you. But on the other hand, be patient. As I mentioned before, not everyone types as fast. And sometimes even if you've prepared an answer, it may take a while to copy it, especially if you're copying from Word. Sometimes I use a text editing program, just a basic one, to write out questions because it's easier sometimes to copy. Also, I might have changed the question a little bit, so the person who had written out an answer might have to edit their answer a little bit, or maybe another student has made a point and that student wants to edit the answer to respond to that other student's comment. So just be patient. And then the final 10 minutes of the session, we'll just kind of wrap up any final questions or comments, and that's the structure of the Collaborate sessions.